Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. I'm having a good one. Today is going to be a casual get ready with me tutorial thing. I'll talk a little bit about everything that's going on in my life. I've been kind of hinting and talking about briefly, and I don't know if I'll do details because there's one thing that will make me bawl, which we don't need to do. I will hit on it, but keep moving. Life happens, right? Trying to be good about it. I'd actually recorded this and did both eyes, did the full, face, and I went to upload it and it didn't record. I'm like, but it said it was. I could have swore it was recording. I guess it wasn't. And I was just kind of being crazy me and talking about everything and didn't realize it. Well, I thought about not doing it, and I'm like, no, I will do the other half of my face. I'll just do half, do the eyes, and move on. And so this is what I'm doing today. This is with the peanut butter and jelly. I've been requested to do a look with this. I might do a second look. This is like a purpley red one with a lot of pretty glitter on the inside. I did add a Stila Magnificent Metal and Golden Goddess to the inside corner. You don't have to do that, but that's what I did. I have set a base down of the Ulta's Nude Matte, their version of the Primer Potion Eden. The Primer Potion is still better than this, but this is pretty close. Pretty darn close. If you have a shadow this is not even working with, then you want to use the other one, but that's what it is. Alrighty. We're going to start out with my Makeup Academy 311 Smudge Detailer brush, and we're going to go into jamming. And I'm gonna make a shape like a almond. Normally I don't do this. Normally I fluff it in, but I found with some of these, if I don't draw some of them out, they don't always want to go. And I thought I'd do something a little different. The next look will probably be fluffed in, but this one's gonna be a little bit more exact. I'm bringing it up a little higher than my crease because I have hooded eyes, slight hood, but I have a deeply recessed eye with a deep fold with a slight hood. The hood was, when I hit my mid-30s, I suddenly was like, what the heck is that? What's going on? Of course, then I wasn't wearing makeup, and it wasn't such as big of a deal. It still isn't. It's just eyes. Just makeup. It's fun. All sorts of fun. I'm also taking this color, and I'm hitting the outside corner of my eye to kind of give me a deep color there. Okay, we're going to take the same brush and hit Nuts About You. And just hit like the mid to the outside. And then I'm just using my finger to blend it in, but you could definitely take a brush and blend the color in. Just slightly. You won't see most of this color down the road. It's more of a base for something that we will be foiling over it. Alrighty. Then we're going to take Moto's Professional BMX430 crease brush. We're going to take it in Nuts About You. I'm tapping off the excess when I'm not shutting the container on my fingers. I'm going to just take it along the edge where that purple meets the brow. See how I'm just planting a little bit of color there? We're going to deepen that up later, but right now we're just trying to get the color in place. But, and you know me in color. And I'm also going to bring it down a little bit on the inside crease. So we'll bring it up. Just kind of layer it out. But, yeah, things have been crazy. I'm so sorry about not being here and, kind of being an absentee YouTuber. I'm going to try to get back. I said that in my last video and then I got sick. I had the flu. I'm like, what the freak? It has just been a whirlwind couple of months. You know, November my father visited, which was an awesome visit, and I'm so glad he did that. Then I pulled 14 days straight of overtime at my work. We'll talk about not having a life when you do that, right? So I'm looking at the camera, and I have a mirror behind, so I'm trying to keep it in focus so you can see what I'm doing. I know it's cutting part of my face off, but I'd rather you be able to see closer and not see what I'm doing. So I'm just blending it in along that edge and then a little bit of a circle motion. Not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah, see how that blends it in? It looks really nice. We can intensify it by adding more, but first I want to take that smudge detailer brush. You can pick whatever brush works for you for smudge detailing. I just happen to like this one. I keep thinking about picking up another one, but I'm trying to find a cruelty-free company. I'm not completely cruelty-free. I do a little bit in it. And brushes is one of those things. I'm like, I'd rather have a cruelty-free. But we will see. I've been looking for a replacement for this brush for quite a long time. I've not found one. On that smudge detailer, I'm using Extra Creamy from the bottom corner. I had a request to do this palette, so I was like, okay, we'll work on it. I've been playing with it for a little bit since I got it to see what I like about it. I'm just placing that Extra Creamy along underneath the eyebrow and bringing it down in here. This is really more of a base because by the time I fade the colors up, it kind of dissipates into nothing, which is fine. Sometimes you want that. Sometimes you want that color to just kind of dissipate to nothing. Now I'm taking that crease brush and no extra product, and I'm just sitting here and start smudging up what's left there already into the cream, because there's still a little bit left on this brush, so it'll blend it back in. Like I said, we can always add more if we need be. It's not hard to add more. See how that kind of blends up into it? But, yeah, my dad visited, and then 14 days of freaking crazy overtime. I don't know what I was thinking. I did grab a little bit more color to go on the outside corner. Just tapped it once lightly, nothing heavy. See how, yeah, that intensifies that again. I needed that. But, then after that, my friend Susie from Wisconsin showed up, and we went to the Grand Canyon. I put like 600 pictures up on Facebook. And we also had do some. Might as well. We're down here, right? Had a complete blast. It was a lot of fun. I'm so glad she came out. See how that cream just kind of like disappears to nothing? Sometimes you want that. Something to lift, but without going too far. I'm going to grab Nuts About You again, because it's not... See how it's a little more deeper there? I wanted that deepness, so I need to bring it back in over here. Just add a little bit more color a little higher up. But, we did that, and then I just was getting recouped from that, and resting, and getting my life back in order, or trying to, and I was hanging out with a particular gentleman I've been hanging out with, and my father died. Now, this is not something I don't think I've shared before. Not here on YouTube. I don't hardly ever watch my own videos. I'm really bad. I'm so busy watching everybody else's, and I forget sometimes what I say. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to talk about this too much because I'll start crying and wreck everything I've done. But, 75. A little young to be dying, in my opinion. But, yeah. Miss him. Reeling from that, I know I posted on Facebook. Some of you who share Facebook with me know about it. I was just completely lost there for a little bit dealing with all that stuff. So, it was pretty crazy. I'm putting Max Fix Plus on my smudger brush, and I am grabbing Peanut Brittle out of here. You don't have to foil it. I just like foiling because it gives it that extra glimmer. And I'm hitting it right here in the middle of the eye and bringing it down on the inside corner. And I'm just kind of tapping it in, because sometimes when you smudge it in, you lose that foiled effect. You could also take your finger. I find sometimes just using your body oil's finger and putting it on will work, but it's really a personal choice. And a lot of that, That's About You will get covered up. You can see a little bit before it goes in the purple, but it was more of a base. And I was upfront honest with that. It was more of a base, because we really wanted to give it something to sit on. Sorry, I couldn't stay on that topic very long. You're all going to see me bawling. Still dealing with it. It's hard because we have to take our stepmom, who my dad has been married to this time around, or was married to this time around, 33 years, and I'm 40, and so they got remarried when I was 7. Really? Yeah, I know. Kind of crazy when you think about that. She is also my dad's first wife. Dementia, I think I've mentioned this on here before. She has dementia. She's not a bad stepmom. There are bad stepmoms. She was okay. I'm not going to say, she wasn't nowhere near as bad as some of the other horror stories I heard. I cleaned off my brush, the same one. That's the reason why I wish I had a second one. And I put Max Fix Plus on it again, and this time I'm hitting Bananas, and I'm foiling that, and hitting the inside corner of the eye. and just blending it up into peanut brittle, which was the color I was before. I'm pretty positive I said that. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Just trying to get it, and then I'm bringing it into the eye just a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to do the other eye, and I'm like, no, you already did the other eye. Don't do that. See how it blends from the banana over to the peanut brittle? You can kind of see a touch of the Nuts About You before it goes into the purple. Depending on which color you want to see the most of and how big your eye is, how intense you can get that. Just think about that. So, and if you really want these to intensify, you could take the purple over and just bring the banana up. And that would just really, wow. You could do a two-tone. I like foiling because I'm just like a geek like that. Yes, we all know this. So yeah, and then I like to do my finger tap to blend them, but you could use a brush. Really your personal choice on that one. Whatever works for you. You do you, as I always say. Anyways, my stepmom has dementia. We got an official diagnosis, and she's on meds, and da-da-da. And my dad had always been worried what would happen to her, and we were like, my sister Katrina said she's moving into that bedroom I have there, and that's where she will stay. I think my dad was a little shocked by that, but we knew we'd have to take care of her. So it was not a huge, huge surprise. As much as my brother's, okay, she's my stepmom twice, if you will, over. She's my dad's first wife and third wife. And I have two older brothers. And somebody's like, well, wouldn't your older brothers take her? And I'm like, one is not capable. And the other one has a wife and kids. And there's just not always a good ideal. I just don't think they have the time with how many kids they have. My sister Katrina only has two, and one's in college. And the other one has 5 kids? 5 kids, yeah. So, yeah, there's just not always time, I think, for her, and we just weren't sure how the treatments would be because of time. And the other one, like I said, he's just not a viable option at all. He is just not a person I like. I'm sorry. And we will leave it at that. Unfortunately, sometimes you have people in your family who are like that, and you just kind of go, okay. But, yeah, it is what it is on that end. Okay, under eye done. I just used my Tarte Shape Tape and a mini sponge and just blend it in. I like those mini ones. I use them dry. A lot of people are going to be like, what? I don't wet mine. I tried, and I found it sheared it out too far, and I wasn't getting the coverage I wanted. I find if I use it dry, yes, I use a little bit more product, but then you just see me pat it in, and it kind of blends because it's the same color, and done. One and done. I like it. Such an easy way to do under eye concealer, I find. If I really want to play it up, I'll bring it up in here and do all this, but most of the time I do my nose because I have starting to get a little bit of discoloration on my nose more and more, and it's bugging me, but it's part of getting older, I guess. So I'm 40. I'm starting to show it, I guess. It is life, right? But so my stepmom is staying with my sister. We can't leave her home alone, so they're going to her place and trying to figure everything out, and just a huge mess. And I'm across the country, literally, almost, so I'm not been a lot of help. We've done some calls and conferencing and stuff and figuring things out, but yeah, the whole thing, and then trying to deal with everything with her and her finances and getting things running around has just been crazy. So let me get going on the side, because otherwise we're going to run into too much time, and don't know what's going on with my system, why it's being so stupid. There's that. We're going to do eyeliner, and I'm going to be using the eyeliner that is in my project pan. Where did I leave it? I thought I had it like right in front of me. Dude, am I losing my... It's right here. You can laugh at me. I'm laughing at myself. Oh, I need to not do that quite yet. I need to do the under eye. I almost forgot to do the under eye, people. I'm going to take that smudger, which I've cleaned off. I'm going to take Nuts About You and just hit the middle. Just kind of tap it in. Nothing heavy. I'm keeping it pretty light. knock that off in my color switch, grabbing jamming, and run that along the outside corner. See how I kind of just follow the natural line of your eye. It's really going to help you a lot of times. And then we're going to take banana, not boiled this time. Probably should to give it a real pop, but I'm not going to do it. And hit the under eye on the inside to middle. Use a lot of the, I don't know why I'm doing both eyes. I've already done this eye. Habit. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now we can do the eyeliner. I'm like, dude, I'm skipping something. I'm using this one, though normally I would use like a deep purple, but it's in my project pan, so I'm trying to use it up. But you could easily do a deep purple. That would look awesome with this. I just do the outside line because, again, with deeply hooded eyes, if I get too big of a line, I lose too much of my lid. And then the line doesn't look right when I do the wing. So if I'm going to do a wing, and I do it in black. I do have a brown I do occasionally. That could have looked cute with this, but that's a lighter brown. And this is a much deeper brown. So, yeah, that looks good. Take the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm just going to do a little blending here. Just to blend this in. Circles in and out. Kind of give it a more even blending. Bring it down here, kind of keeping it at an angle. Don't take it to here. Keep it at an angle. It's going to create that more of a drawn out effect. See how that blending just a little bit? You don't want to overblend with Too Faced. That is one thing I've learned over the years. Do not overblend with Too Faced. You will regret it later. Okay, we have eyeliner, concealer. I just have to do mascara and glitter. And the glitter I'm going to use is Golden Goddess. Mine dried out completely. I mean, I was just getting chunks of glitter. And I pulled the stopper out thinking that was a problem. Oh god, that was not the problem. The problem is it was just dried out. I thought it was just the stopper and wasn't getting the product. Because I had watched beauty, there's a beauty channel on here that does testing products. And I couldn't believe how many swatches they got out of this thing. It was like a couple hundreds. It was like so many, it was ridiculous. They said it would take you a year to go through a whole one of these. And I was like, okay. I'm going to hit it on the inside corner. But they didn't talk about how to rehydrate it. Well, some people have suggested eye drops. And that's what I'm trying. I like to pat mine in a little bit. But this is like, I put too many drops in. I think is what the problem is I put too much drops in. But that would be my own fault. And not anybody else's. Yeah, because this is dropping all over me in my shirt. Oh, well, it's a good thing it's not my work shirt I'm wearing today. I always drag it down a little bit into my eye. Inside corner of the water duct, just because I like the extra effect it gives me. Yeah, I put way too much liquid in this thing now. It's like really liquidy. Don't know if you can see that. But yeah, super liquidy. I'm getting glitter all over my hands. Alright, I may have to just replace it. I was trying to make it last because sheer cost of those things, but I've had it for a year. So if I have to toss it, I have to toss it. Which would really suck, but I will deal with it if I had to. Wow, I got gold glitter all over me. Oh well, I guess I'm going to be blinged out today, right? Too funny with that. Sorry, I had to say it. Anyways, the eyeshadow's done, eyeliner's done. Under eye, I just need to do my mascara. And I will be right back, you guys. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause. And here's the finished look. I think pretty good for only my third time using that palette. I'm pretty happy with it. The glitter really adds a lot for me, but I'm just a glitter fiend. You could easily subs out the banana and not foil it and use the white. It would give you a lighter inner corner. And then lightly tap the banana over it to create that lightness. But, it's a beautiful palette. I'm going to definitely be doing another look for it. I think I'm going to do a look and try to use just the purples and the cream. Instead of using Nuts About use like the jelly instead. I think that would be a great substitute. Or I might do a look with no purple and try to use Spread the Love, Peanut Butter Cup, do a look using those three. Because they're really what's in the row. But I was trying to play and use different things for different things. Or maybe I'll throw in jelly. Ooh, that might be do. Spread the Love, peanut butter, jelly, and peanut butter cup for the deep corner. That might be my next look. I'll do probably one more with this. That way, Sunshine, who asked for the tutorial, can see how I used it. Sorry about the glitter everywhere. I kind of hit you on all the quick life updates without getting too much into some of them. Still talking to one guy. Hope, keep fingers crossed, things continue to go well there. Slow, but well. I guess I can deal with it. But as crazy as things lately have been, I think maybe that's a good thing. Let me think. Anything else? Oh, my collab with Valerie and Little She Bear. I almost said Miss again. Little She Bear is awesome. I'm so glad I did that. We'll figure out updates and talk to them and figure out what's going on. A lot of that was my fault with everything going on. Because I was kind of doing a go-through me, and it just kind of didn't work out because of everything going on, and that's my fault. I'll talk to both of them here probably the next day or two, or I might have already talked to them before I put this out. I will link them below. On my last video, I linked them, and for somehow it didn't show, so I had to link them a second time. On my end, it shows 2 links. On your guys' end, I had a friend sign in. You can only see 1, so I don't know what happened. I must have screwed up somewhere along the way. I just don't know how I did it. But it's there now. I definitely appreciate if you take a moment and go over and say hi to them. Say I sent you. I greatly appreciate it. Miss Valerie has been awesome, and so has Ursula, who is Little She Bear's channel's name. But yeah, awesome. Y'all check them out. Have fun. Take care. Have a great day. And like I always said, you do you. Bye.